All right. Happy Saturday. Last I checked, it was anyway. It's noon o'clock here in Michigan. I already have myself silenced on that. I know head bobs all over the place, so I have to cover that with this. So those on BitChute and Rumble will be able to see I have stopped posting on Odyssey because they want such tiny files. And I like a higher resolution image just because now I have a better computer, but my monitor, I don't want to replace it. I just bought it last year and it's nice and big and I can see because my eyesight is not the best. But happy Saturday, happy post Halloween. It was nice for me. Don't know how it was for you. Hope it was good. So everybody seems to be pretty absorbed here in the United States, and I'm sure that most of the rest of the world has their eyes on the US for, I think it's November 5th, so it's this upcoming Tuesday. And there's a whole bunch of distractions, I believe. There are distractions that are taking place, and they are going to try and manipulate the public into believing something else is going on. I'm hoping I'm not being too vague, but it's vagueness on purpose. So I did pull a card for myself beforehand. It was just an oracle card, and it was about remaining flexible. So yes, and I also smacked my knee really hard, and it was like brought tears to my eyes. And immediately walked around, but it was jarring. Just going to put it that way. And I've had a few accidents on my knees, so it was really jarring. So whatever that means, I don't know, but it certainly got my attention. So very possibly we could be something that's not expected, jarring, painful. Anything else? Nope. So, I mean, pretty much that's it. So I guess maybe now it's coming to me that why I was given this inspiration for doing this little parody. So I'm going to share this and we'll see how it goes. So that was my little bit of fun. So it's been an interesting week. I hope everyone else had a great time and a great week. Oh man, this is a great way. I just kind of like came up with a new little bitty setup here that I really, really like. There's a huge delay between what I see on my camera and what is posting on Facebook. I mean, Facebook. I don't know why I keep saying that on YouTube. I don't know why that is, other than them kind of like checking. I have really good software. I have really good internet access, it's nothing on my end, so it's gonna be an interesting week. And I think that's one of the reasons why I was given that. It is a bit of a parody. It is to wake us all up, but it's also not necessarily to wake us up with the farce that's going on politically. And that, everybody's focused on the US, but this is not a unique situation. I think everybody's being duped, and y'all can point the fingers in this direction, but sorry, I'm gonna have some berry juice. But I think it's something that's a little more pointing fingers, like, oh, that sun coming in. Excuse me. All right, so today, I think that was pretty much it, because you really do have to focus on what truly is important. It's about family. I mean, and you can take this however you want, because some people are going to say, hey, in order for me to focus on my family, they have to be safe, and I need to be able to, do what I need to do, whether that's buying extra food, being kind of a prepper, or being someone who, I mean, you just have to do whatever you got to do that's going to help you not be distracted. So I had a really good conversation, like I said, with my friend last night, and we were texting back and forth as I was shopping, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, nothing so far has turned out the way people have said. All these hypotheses, I don't care if it's the news or the woos, we are all trying to figure this out, and we're all trying to, nothing is playing out the way it's been anticipated. I think because it's so multifaceted, there are things that the general populace aren't really even being aware of or considering. I could use a really good example. All right, a lot more people are considering the idea of not a heliocentric location or construction of what the Earth is. And a lot of the debunkers are basing, very possibly, their debunking on false information. So be careful with that. It's also the other thing that was really prevalent. Oh my gosh, this was huge. So, suggestions that some experiencers have been subject to voice to skull, and it's not just experiencers, all of us. All of us are subject to this voice to skull stuff, right? So what's the next level is the holographic imagery. Someone is saying that there's holographic imagery. One of the reasons why when you're at Cape Canaveral that they have all the people stand so far back is it was a way to test a lot of their maybe drone technology or their holographic technology. And I think it's more holographic projection, only because there was someone who had said out there, I'm looking out my window here and I see one of those automated aircraft that is spewing stuff across the sky. The one thing that I noticed that's different now, I'm digressing, but again, it's all about awareness. Those trails disappear pretty quick, but if you wait about, I don't know how many hours, could be 5 hours, could be 12 hours, you will see something manifest lower down in the atmosphere at these really bizarre formations. Anyway, So that's what they're kind of saying, is that a lot of the things that this imagery, the CGI, and just because it comes from an agency that might have one more letter, like NASA, putting out imagery, and you're going to believe some and you're not going to believe others. And I get it. Don't, oh my gosh, there's one right behind it. Holy crow. They're really spraying today here in Michigan. But yeah, so it's like it's gonna taint whatever your outcome is, what your perceived outcome is. And the idea of having something that is perceived, it's also a big part of our learning curve, because that is discernment. And when I wrote that out last night, if you write that word out, there's 4 letters right in the center of that word, very close. I mean, as close as you can get to center. It's DISCERN. Ment, MENT. So that jumped out at me, and it's like, did that jump out? Because this might be modifying our discernment. It might. So ultimately, we have to be willing or subject ourselves to a narrative, and not just willing, but willfully, whether it's pre-contracted, pre-consented, whatever. We have to be willing to submit to whatever it is being presented. And those suckers just disappeared. It's like, what the heck, man? Anyway, most of the leaves are off the trees here in Michigan, but I'm gonna do my favorite part. I'm gonna split off now, and I'm gonna do the BitChute YouTube part, but I hope everyone finds themselves well, no fear, and relax. No anxiety, no triggers. Like, share, subscribe, and I really like the comments. Sometimes I don't get them right away, but that's okay. I'm getting a lot more hits on the other platforms and privately than what I am on YouTube. So take that for what it is. But anyway, thanks again. And I am going to end the live stream and do the other.